Hi guys, meet one of Anguilla's native and hear what he has to say about his island and Africa. Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So we have an Anguilla native here, Ron or Chapo, and so Ron. So I mean, you've been in Anguilla for your entire life,
Yes.
and you know the relationship between Anguilla and England, which is you guys are the British overseas territory, right?
That's correct.
Okay, and well, so you know Saint Martin, which is next door, which is 20 minutes away boat ride from you guys, and they are in the Euro also.
Yeah, they are also.
Okay, so
French and Dutch.
oh yes. So first of all, let's talk about the currency here, right? Okay, so what currency you guys use here?
Well, the local currency is Eastern Caribbean dollar, but they mostly use the U.S. currency because of the trade between Anguilla and the mainland.
Okay, so the trade between Anguilla and the United States.
Yes.
Okay, because so I never know that. I just wanted to understand why U.S. is, I mean, which is U.S. is used in every Caribbean.
Right. What happens is that because Anguilla is a 35 square mile, beautiful island, we don't grow or produce anything per se. So everything is imported. And then the market which we import from is the U.S. market. And even St. Martin, St. Martin to a lesser extent, which trades with the U.S. currency. And that's why, and our tourism also is our main industry. So that's why the U.S. currency is mostly used.
Okay, so I'm kind of concerned with Anguilla because I'm hearing about this Brexit because I know Anguilla is British territory as we know, and Saint Martin belongs to the French.
And Dutch.
Right, and Dutch, and they're all a part of the Euro, but England wants to separate themselves from the Euro, the European thing. So I'm just curious to know what do you think, or what do you guys think about that, and if that happens, what what place does Anguilla set if that happens?
Well, the truth about it is that there are very limited information that's been disseminated in terms of the status of Anguilla as a dependent territory when Brexit hit. But I'm more than sure that my belief is that there will be some transition stage that will be difficult for Anguilla. As we know, as the European Union, within the European Union, we get European aid, and that goes a long way in terms of Anguilla development. When England moves from the European Union, I'm not sure how will that be compensated or how will that be dealt with. But as it is, I'm thinking that it's not early, but I think at this stage, there's very little information has been disseminated for us to make a genuine consensus about the situation. Yeah?
But you know what puzzles me is that, okay, so you guys are part of the British, but you're still using the U.S. currency.
Yes, and that's because.
Why not the pound or?
That's because of our geographic location. We are situated in a location that trades with the U.S. and like most of our tourists, like I said, comes from the U.S. So the U.S. dollar will dominate. And seeing that the U.S. currency is probably the second most stable currency in the world, next to the Eastern Caribbean dollar, you know that's. But all currencies in the world are backed towards the U.S. dollar because of trade. So because of our geographic location, we mostly will use the U.S. dollar.
Okay, so what is Anguilla's relationship with Saint Martin since you're close by? Do you guys trade anything? Do you guys what is that?
Oh well. When it comes to Saint Martin, Anguilla, it is a family. It's a family relationship because it's not just, we don't see ourselves as separate islands. We see ourselves as a one unit, one people. You know, we in the early days, history taught us that the French side of Saint Martin was colonized by the French of Anguilla, who went on the far to capture that land. And for decades, from before I was born, we were trading with animals, cultivation and stuff. And now that Saint Martin has reached to a point where in terms of development, you know, the population is a lot more, and the infrastructure is well developed for shopping and shopping trade. We do most of our clothes shopping, you know, or home shopping in St. Martin, yeah. So it is more of a family atmosphere. St. Martin, we call it our town.
Okay.
Yeah. Just recently we saw that the big thing with the French St. Martiners and the French Europeans, where they had issues with the government, and we on the other hand support and strongly agree with our neighbors. Yeah, because we don't believe in, I don't believe in that someone should just come and tell you what to do in your land, how to control it, and take it away from you. No, I think even if I'm governing a country, there's still a level of respect that you give to the natives, and we support our neighbors. Yeah.
Okay. So with all that being said and done, okay, so as you know, I'm running a YouTube channel, and my motive is to unite us Africans, right, as one. So what do you think about the motherland? I mean, which is Africa, because as black people, we have suffered too long, too hard, and now it's our time to rise. So what do you think about that aspect? What do you think about Africa, and what do you think, if you have a chance to move or to visit Africa, would you do that?
But let me first say that Africa is dear to my heart. Black history is something that I have a passion for, and if I'll move, maybe not, but I'll visit, and strongly visit as well. Yeah, because I have a love for it, passion. Maybe to move it will take some transition, and I have to adopt to some cultures and norms.
Yeah.
But I'll say this, that as African descendants and Africans who we are, the only thing that will unite us is the commonality of being Africans. We must recognize that we are Africans first and foremost. Once we have that commonality, we know we exist on one premise.
Yes.
Irrespective to where we live, because a cat can make a kitten in an oven, that'll make it a bread. Yeah. So not because we ain't born African, we are Africans. And I would like to share it with all black people, and black is not a color, but it's a way of life.
Yeah.
It's because you think black is just a dark skinned person. Black is a way of life that's a struggle that the people have gone through for a number of years. Yeah. And when you speak of Africa, we talk about native Africans, who we are, and we should cherish every opportunity of understanding and realizing that our people don't care how far so this world scattered, we are still one. Yeah.
Okay. So have you heard about the year of return in Ghana?
Yeah, I've heard.
What do you think about that? What do you think about the year of return? I mean, there's lots of people that have gone to Ghana. I'm sure there's a lot of investments and stuff like that. So what do you think about that?
I think that sooner or later, not only Ghana but the entire African continent will be looked at as economic engine for the world, because it's the richest place on earth. Yeah. I mean, I remember Selassie, you know, El Selassie, who left a place, who left land for the children to come back home in Africa, and that has been taken advantage of by a number of Jamaicans, and I know I've known about 2 or 3 Anguillas who have gone as Rastafari gone. But I think that if you look, history repeats itself, and if you look now, the Chinese, where their interest is heading into Africa. Why? Because I think they understand that Africa is the richest place in the world.
So, I mean, I am so curious, why don't we as Africans realize that Africa is the richest place in the world? That's our land, you know? I mean, the Chinese recognize that, the Europeans recognize that, you know, the British recognize that. So why is it that we as Africans don't recognize that we are a powerful nation We are a nation that would bring people to the knees if we stick together.
Right. But that is, I believe, that is because even from the days of ancient Africa, we as a people never had the value for, never looked at things from a value standpoint. We lived on the premise of love and togetherness. Somewhere along
Too
the
much
line,
love and togetherness.
somewhere along the line, history caused a division.
Yes.
And our minds were retrained. So the Western world had to adopt a different language, which is English, because that's not our language. So we had to adopt to another way of life, and in so doing, that's caused, because to divide up people, once you get into your mind, you're divided. Because we still are mental denial of who we are, the people. We think that because all we know is Anguilla, that's what it is. But before Anguilla, there was some other place.
That's right.
And sometimes you go through life and you live comfortable. You don't think about how hard it is, how hard it would have been for your mother or your grandmother. Yeah. So until what we have to do, we must find ourselves one common agenda and one belief that irrespective of what we share in life or where we are Africans. And the system that controls the world makes it really difficult as well. Yeah.
Yes.
And that's my take on it.
Yes. Okay, so thank you so much, Chapo, for interviewing with me. And this is Mahalia here saying, we are one Africa.
One people. One blood.
One blood.
One nation.
One nation.
Together.
Togetherness.
Good luck, Mahalia.
Good luck.